Y'all come on in here. Y'all make your way on in here. Ooh, yeah, you're just showing all my background. Can we take it here? Or do I need to change you? Here, here. No, it's this way. I want to make it more about this wall. Ooh, you know what? I think I figured it out. Because I don't want y'all staring at me. So the light's going to go out. Oh, I'm darkness, everybody. Okay. Ooh, 100% warm light. I'll put this lighting. I like to have my light behind me. There you go. Okay. This is going to be a slightly, hold on. Ow! Woo! Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Now, I said that this is going to be only for subscribers only. And the only way that I could have done this on YouTube as subscribers only is if I went through my Patreon. I don't really feel like doing that. This is kind of impromptu. So, anyway, on this good Memorial Day, you see I got my army green on. Give me a second. Let me send this out to a couple of my friends. Okay, you can close. Okay, let me send a couple of people notice about my kids. Anybody else might want to tune in today. So I sent a couple of notifications out to a couple of people, see if they'll come in. So while I wait to see if somebody comes in, let me talk about what we're going to be doing today and how you can support this channel if you want to. Um, my only thing I ask for y'all on this channel is to watch the video to the end, or stay on the live. Say something in the comments, both here on Instagram. Okay, so initially I only had this intended to go out to just my um, subscribers on YouTube. But as I was setting it up, I realized the only ones that can say something is subscribers. I thought it was either public, unlisted, or whatever. How you doing? How you doing, Cosmic Water Baby? Thank you for just peeking your head in and seeing what I'm talking about in support. That is how you support. Just jump in here, say something, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Put something in the um, comment. So on this day, this Memorial Day, first of all, or second of all, because I was already started talking, happy Memorial Day to all of our memorial peoples. Um, And I hope you are having a good day off. If you had off today, if you don't, I hope you're making that money. And if you're not making that money, you just working because you're a mom or dad or parent or child of an elderly parent or just a child of an adult child of a parent. You know what I'm saying? And they got you working the grill today. Um, you know, try to find some fun in it. Okay. So, um, this is my bedtime stories. I am bringing it back. I just need to finish this book, A Savage and a Lady. Okay, I've been going through some things. Okay, I moved out of state to another state. I'm in Arizona now. I'm no longer in Georgia. And I finally got my own place, my own space, so that I can do my own thing. Okay, so I have finally a weekend where I'm still gonna do something. I'm gonna be working somewhere. I'm gonna be door dashing or something. I'm not at a place where I cannot do nothing. Okay. But I am in a place that I can do less than I normally do. If you understand that, say amen. Okay. Oh, it is not. The sun, disrespectful Daisy is out. You heard, but I'm in. Okay. And funny enough, it may be 80 degrees in here. That's what the thermostat says, but I'm perfectly fine with my ceiling fan. Okay. I am perfectly fine with my ceiling fan, child. I might be just a hot person, or maybe the anemia might be helping me out. Yeah, no, it's not always fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. The sun being up, the sun sunning, sometimes rain. Actually, okay, in Arizona, in Phoenix, y'all. Okay, it's 132 outside. Facts. So here in Phoenix, I have learned they love a cast, a cloudy, or overcast. Oh, they love it out here. And when it rains, they might as well just go outside and have a party. Okay, they love them some rain out here. Okay, except for when we have our monsoon season, about the same time as Vegas. It's usually about the beginning of August, end of July, from what I'm understanding. And so it really rains and it tends to flood a little bit, but for the most time, it's dry, not rain, not very much rain. If you've heard that the desert don't have insects, they lied to you. We don't have mosquitoes like that, okay? But these little fruit flies and what they call sword flies, or it comes up through your plumbing, okay? They don't bite you, they just annoying as well. You know, it's like having a me in your life. And those who know me, okay, I could be annoying as heck. Okay. I recognize it. I don't I'm not wearing it on my, shoulders like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm proud of being an annoyance. But I know that for those where I can actually let my hair down, flip, flip around them, and they know the real me, I can be an annoying little bitch. Okay. I can be. I can be very annoying. I'm one of those Capricorns. I'm the one that be just doing silly stuff for no reason at all. Out of nowhere, clumsy and stuff. But this ain't about me. This is about me finishing this damn old book. A Savage and Slater by Kayota Hopes. Kayota Hopes here. Okay? And I'm gonna be live until Instagram kicks me off and until YouTube kicks me off. Because I'm finishing this book. I started this book last year around this time. Okay. Well, maybe not last year about this time. It was earlier than this. But come on now. It's time for me to go ahead. I need to find out what happens with um De Niro, Kyra, Cairo, do they find the baby or what? Now, just let me, I'm going to catch you up with how it goes, and then I'm going to go into the cocktails that I'll be making today. Okay? Now, before I get started, I'm going to leave for just a second, just a smidgen or two, to go and get me some water because I'm gonna be drinking, but I will be leaving. So I don't want to be drunk, drinking and driving. You know? Okay. I almost died. Who? Who sent that bad energy? No, I'm just joking. Okay, so this is how it goes, right? Um, First of all, I gotta make sure I stay hydrated, especially here in the. Okay, so this is how it goes. In Savage and the Lady, there is two best friends. Okay, De Niro and Kyra. They grew up next to each other, became best friends, but they were those type of best friends that they had their first time together. Okay, and they secretly kind of liked each other. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it was their first time together, but De Niro was definitely Kyra's first one. Okay, for sure. Okay, and it kind of reminds me of Love and Basketball between Q and what his love interest. Okay, the one that's Annihilation plays. I can't think of her name right now, so miss me. Remind me, we'll see. Oh, that he didn't stay that long, but that's okay. So he comes in. They're friends. They grow up. They graduate high school, go to college. De Niro doesn't really go to college. He's showing no real ambition in life. He's happy flipping burgers at the Wendy's. Okay, if you want to know the exact job that he was doing, you need to get this book, A Savage and This Lady. It's available um, on Amazon. I was about to say on YouTube. It's available on Amazon, or if you go to Facebook and look up Kayada. I hope I'm saying it. She had expressed that it was Kiata. It was Kiata Host. Okay, that's her name. It's spelled backwards, but you will get that. You know, I don't know. I'll post it somehow. If you go back to bedtime stories, if you're watching me here on YouTube later on, watching this live, if you go back, you will have the book because I've edited and did all that great stuff. Okay. Um. Anyway, so they grew up together. They had their first time, and they were kind of still sleeping together, but not making it official like they were together. Everybody knew. Their parents knew. Her best friend, which is De Niro's sister, knew. Everybody knew that they belonged together, but neither one of them confessed that, which is stupid. But that's kind of how it is. Like you don't really want to mess up that friendship. Kind of like also Brown Sugar, the same thing. Yes, Annihilation love playing that character where we grew up as friends. I don't want to mess up that relationship, but she's always in some type of situationships in her movies. Maybe that's a indicative of her life. Art imitates life, or does life imitate art? That's a good thing to think about. So eventually, De Niro had his little girlfriend, and Kyra had started dating this drug dealer in Tennessee, in the Nashville area, I would say, because this is based in the Nashville area. And she ended up going to the pokey. She ended up going to jail for this man covering for him. Okay. Um, Meanwhile, the last time she had sexual relations was with her best friend, Dara. Really? So she ends up getting pregnant by him, but then going to jail. Okay. So she had the baby in jail. She didn't get an opportunity. How you doing, Gerald? Uh, you made it to alive. Yippity doo dah. This is my bedtime stories that I have on my YouTube page, bedtime stories, and I just decided to do it live on Instagram as well because I feel like I have more people that watch me on Instagram. So we finishing this book for Savage and Lake. So I'm giving you the background on the story up into the point where I'm gonna start in chapter 16. Okay, and I'm gonna be here. It's going well. I'm gonna be going live for as long as it takes me to finish this book. And I'm on chapter 16 and it has 10 more chapters for me to go. Okay, now mind you, I have you ready. So getting back to the story. So she gets pregnant, goes to jail for her current boyfriend. Okay, has a baby by her best friend, De Niro. This best friend slash should have been her man already, De Niro. Okay, she goes to jail. She has the baby. Her parents take her child until she gets out. She gets out. Denise, De Niro's, De Niro's sister and Kyra's best friend, set up stuff have a party set up to celebrate her getting out and all this stuff. Mind you, her parents and everybody else ain't really liking Nitro because not she went to jail for this dude and she had just pretty much just met. Okay, she didn't even. I don't think she even had sexual relations with Nitro before she went. So that's how she knew she was pregnant by Janetta. Okay. Meanwhile, while he still had a girlfriend, Tori, she'll come in later. So she comes back. They have a party. Nitro, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take care of my boo who went to jail for me." You know what I'm saying? She served time for me. I'm have you set up, okay? And he's one of the popular, right? And kind of the reason why Kyra kind of went for this guy because he at least had something going for him. And she felt like De Niro. The only reason she didn't kind of really pursue him is because he was happy for the burgers at Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Again, that is not the exact job that he had. I just want y'all to know that that's just what I'm using now. If you want to know exact, go to Amazon, look up A Savage and His Lady by Kyle Host, or just Google it and buy it from wherever. She has a website as well. You can buy it directly. And she has many other books. Child. So she goes comes back, they have a big party. She's still kind of feeling De Niro, not kind of, but completely, because she had a whole child with her. So she got to really connect back with her child when she got out. Her friends had a back home party, hey, yay, all that stuff. She's still with Nitro. They kind of have a rocky thing going on. He puts some hands on her at some point. De Niro finds out that he gets upset, but he still has his group. And it's kind of like again, this is where Brown Sugar kind of gets in. It's like both Nitro and Tori being De Niro's girlfriend, and Nitro being Kyra's boyfriend. They got together and they kind of, well, they didn't get the, not the boyfriend, they didn't get together, but they kind of sidelined the whole situation because um, it's just like, I know they say they're best friends, but they seem like they're more. Okay. Yeah, she had a whole child by this man because they were more. They did that off and on. You know what I'm saying? So Nitro, I feel like he sensed that and he was really trying to get her knocked up. But meanwhile, in between while, what I said about Tori and Nitro getting together, yes, they did. And they was knocking it down and she ended up getting pregnant. Okay, and Kyra's best friend Denise finds out and then outs the whole thing and then tells her brother, and by the way, Nitro been putting his hands on Kyra. De Niro gets mad as hell because now at this point, after Kyra has served the time where she gets out, De Niro's a big man. He's big man. Okay, he's the big man on the block. Okay, he's the top boy. Okay, he's the top boy now. Okay, and him and Nitro had partnered up to take over this Tennessee city. Okay, close to Nashville. Okay, so to find out that his girlfriend, who he's kind of not really into, okay, doesn't have who he's kind of into. He's not really into her. He's just like she's there because I don't know if I can really go forth with Kyra. But when he finds out that Nitro putting his hands on Kyra, and that he's been messing with his current girlfriend and had gotten her knocked up. Okay, it was over. Okay, so he goes off on her and goes off on his girl, and him and Kyra leave. It's said, it's it. She's my woman. We ain't doing it. But mind you, now Nitro and Tori was not the only one creeping his feet. Okay, excuse me. Talking too much. Let me get some water. Okay, so Kyra and De Niro had taken a little time out and went to Nashville. They went to Memphis. That's what it was. They had a road trip, and that road trip was only for them to look good. Okay, because they knew they were supposed to be together. Why are they with each other people, right? Um, little do they know at that time, Kyrie. Okay, but she's thinking it's Nitro because in their little thing today, okay, Nitro was trying to get her knocked up. Okay, period. Okay, so at this point, we got De Niro and Kyra finally making it official that they are covered. Okay. In this, she finds out that she's pregnant and she believes. So she has to tell her man, like, look, I think I'm pregnant. And I think it's Nitro's because he was the last person I was with. Forgetting about their road trip. And at this point, at 16, after this whole thing, and De Niro reluctantly accepting this child, that regardless if it's Nitro or not, he's going to father this child. He's going to take the child on his feet. Meanwhile, because now that him and Nitro are officially at war, kind of like Drake and Kendrick, okay, but in the pharmaceuticalism world, that's what I will be calling it from now on. Okay, if you don't get it, ask me in the comments, okay? And I will message you later if you don't understand. But I think you'll get what I'm talking about. So now that they're battling, he wants to make sure that Kyra can protect herself because he knows he cannot be around Kyra all the time. At least that's the story he tells Kyra. So he has her, though she's pregnant, get a firearm, okay, and get lessons by one of his homeboys on the firearm range. Okay. So she gets lessons, she gets real good, like sniper. And it's like perfect. But the real plan that Romero had was that he was going to have her take out her ex to prove her her loyalty to him only. Okay, stupid. But Nitro didn't. Trust me, if you get this book, you read about Nitro. Nitro needs to know that. He really does. He really does. He needs he needs to be draped. Okay, yes, he does. You know, BBL, BBL. Okay, you know, he needs that. He needs that. Wop, 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 wop. Doctor, look, wop, 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 wop. I'm gonna do the stuff. Yes, he needs to be taken out. Because Nitro is the devil and real talk. Okay, so he had this whole elaborate plan to set up Nitro and then take him out. Well, it was foiled because one of the people he thought was on his side wasn't. Okay, and he arranged to kidnap Kyra to get Nitro in some type of way. I don't know. He said he wanted Nitro to do something. It's unclear. Okay, but Kyra ended up taking out David, which was the guy that turned on him. That was the one that was in De Niro's camp that was fired. She ended up taking him out after he took out another person that was on Nitro's side was the person that worked at the firearm range, okay, with De Niro's friend. De Niro, yo, boy, you need to pick better friends. But he has some really good ones, but he got some traitors in his camp. Because, well, he didn't have traitors in his camp. His traitors didn't know. I mean, the people in his camp didn't realize certain people. So he ends up telling Nitro, this is Tori's, De Niro's ex, who was pregnant. Oh, we didn't even go into the fact that Nitro's ex Tori tried to take out Kyra. She tried to, everything is going down. Everything is going down. Yeah, she shot her. Okay, tried to take her out. She was fine. But meanwhile, Nitro had a whole plan going on where he's going to get De Niro caught in being unfaithful to Kyra, so that Kyra will come running back to him. Okay, because he finds out from Tori's brother, Spin, and he was a Spin. Okay, that Kyra was pregnant. Whole thing, child. You gotta get the book. And then fast forward where she Kyra gets kidnapped. Nitro, it wasn't Nitro's plan, but he ends up taking her out of state while she was pregnant, having her held hostage until she gave birth to what he thought was his son, but he wasn't. Okay, she gives birth. He brings in this woman, this nurse, Gabby, to be her midwife and be a nurse. Little does Kyra know is that Gabby is someone very special to Nitro. Okay, and we're gonna find out. But now, when we get to 16, we're here where she is currently a hostage of Nitro. Okay, and then we'll start after the bedtime cocktail. So let's get into the bedtime cocktail. I'm gonna be able to edit this live because it'll be great because I have a whole bedtime cocktail thing. I know I won't be able to do it here with Instagram because they be hating. So they take the sound out. Yeah, it saves to your phone, but baby, they take the sound out. You know what I'm saying? So you can't use the video anywhere. And they limit the views if you come with a TikTok watermark. Not that TikTok is getting any of this. You know, I wish I could do this live on TikTok because I wouldn't be doing it on Instagram because I could play music with. I wouldn't even be doing this on YouTube if I go live on TikTok. I'm gonna be real honest with you, because at least I can play music in the background and that kind of thing, so I can make it really more pleasant for you all to hear. But y'all just got me. Okay, so let's get into Bedtime cocktail, bedtime cocktail, bedtime cocktail. Yeah, I tried to make it interesting. I'm trying to do my best. So, the spirit of the night or the day is Kings Creek. Kings Creek, Tennessee style mash whiskey. As you can tell, I've already tasted some of it, and it's pretty good and reasonably priced. Here at Total Wine, it was only $16.99, 17 and some change after with taxes. Very reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced. Okay. I almost got my old granddaddy's whiskey. That was $2 cheaper than that, but I'll save that for another time. So tonight we'll be making an old fashioned in the old fashioned way, slightly askew. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna first get a low ball glass like this. Now this is what you'll make at home. This is the homemade um, old fashioned. This is more so for what you would make at home, a quick cocktail. Now, if you want to be more professional, you would have a mixing glass that you'll mix it in, and then you have the whole strainer and that whole thing. But child, we improvise because I don't have my whole bar of tools. Okay, so let me go into the ice that I know I pulled out. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so what we're going to start with is about a shot and a half. How you doing? How you doing, Yonder? Miss James, ma'am. How you doing? I don't know if I missed your birthday, but happy birthday. Happy Gemini season, y'all. Okay, so we getting into this. So I'm gonna eyeball a shot. Now, FYI, Auntie over here is heavy handed with the numbers. Okay, so my shot might be a half of this glass here. Okay, so but let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna take about a shot and pour it in this glass. That personally is not enough for me. So I'm gonna pour a little bit more. Got 10 chapters to get to, y'all. Okay, so that you see I have that, and because I poured a little bit more in here, girls, my lovies, I am going to put 2 cubes of sugar. That's right, 2 cubes. 2 cubes, so 1 and 2. Normally it's only one, but because I couldn't believe, I know this is more than a shot. I know this is more than a shot. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there. What I have seen is they usually put the cubes and then they put the bitters on it and they crush it up. But because I don't have a muddler, this is part of the improvisation. Now I'm gonna take the handle of this knife, not hold it. Do not hold it like that, because I don't want nobody bleeding, because this is not a Bloody Mary, okay? And I'm just gonna assist that those cubes in the cup to kind of crush it up so that it can be durable. Okay. I'm gonna take my little handy dandy little spoon here and just stir that sugar up. Stir it up. Because you don't want granule the sugar at the bottom. So you want to kind of stir that up. Little darling, stir. Little darling. Okay, just stir that up a little bit. Um, it's advised that you want to stir it up with ice and bitters. The whole that's when you want to stir it all up. But I want to stir it and dissolve some of this sugar before I add my ice because sugar isn't going to dissolve doesn't dissolve as well in cold liquids than it does in room temperature and or hot. So I want to make sure I get all the granules of sugar. Now, secret, y'all, I do like a little granules in at the bottom of my drink, especially my iced coffee, because I kind of like taste a little brand on the sugar. I don't know. I'm an addict to sugar a little bit, just a little problem with sugar with me. Okay, so now with that being done, dissolve most of it. You're gonna get you some Angostura bitters or a bitter because they got Free Brothers is also a bitter. They have different types like lime bitters, cherry bitters, lemon bitters, and all that stuff. This one is an orange bitter by Angostura. This is a very popular brand, and I was able to get it from Fry's, which is which is Kroger's in Arizona. Okay, so Angostura, and you're going to do about three, four, five shapes, two, three, four, five, and that just gives you a little orange, little okay, and little education on bitters. Bitters are also alcohol. It's just so freaking sweet and a little bitter that the flavor kind of is not as alcohol. Like you can't drink this and get drunk. You know what I'm saying? It's too sweet. That's the same thing with liqueur. Ooh, I might have to turn on my AC because I'm seeing myself shine a little bit. Ooh, okay. All right. So we did that. We'll stir that up a little bit more. And then we're going to insert our ice. Okay. All right. So I got me just a regular ice tray of ice. Ideally, when you're drinking like an old fashioned, it drinks that's like this, or if you're just having whiskey straight with just ice in it. A big cube of ice is a beautiful thing, but I use this, and like I don't agree with people who say that if it's not clear ice, it's impurities in it. That's one rule, okay? Because this is pure. I did not get this from my food. Okay, I put spring water in that tray. I just think that if you don't take it out in a certain amount of time, it grows those little crystals inside. But some of it might be some impurity. Mm-mm. And plus, I learned on YouTube University how to make clear ice. Okay, excuse me, I'm just dabbing. Okay, okay, so we're stirring that ice up. The ice does two things. It cools down your drink and it also dilutes it. So it's not as strong. So that's two reasons of ice. Now, if you don't want watered down drinks, tell your bartender to not put ice in it. Okay? If you don't mind drinking drinks warm, room temperature at best. Now, if you're at home, I suggest that you put your alcohol in the freezer. That way you don't need ice, and then you get straight alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to get it dissolved. But I think water is known to, even if you're having it, I forgot what they call it, straight, whatever. If you're having it with no ice, sometimes people do put like a little drop of water in it because it does help your alcohol be a little bit smoother. Okay. Oh, last thing, you garnish it with orange peel. Now, it does, it's more than just garnish. This is more than just make the drink look pretty. It also you will express the oil from the skin, which is in another layer of that orange flavor. Okay? You'd be surprised. I don't know if you're gonna see it, but what you do is you cut off the skin like of the orange, and then you over the glass you do that. I don't know if you've seen the oils come out from the skin. You just squeeze it a couple of times over it, and then you do. I saw this on YouTube University. You kind of do it around the rim, so when you sip on it and then stick it right in there, you got that orange flavor. That's why I do want to tell you a lot of citrus fruits goes very well with spirits. Okay, oranges with whiskey and bourbon goes pretty well. And you'll also see a lot of people do limit. Okay. So there's your old fashioned made at home, improvise a little bit. Okay. There's, yeah, I don't have any goodness. Cheers. Okay. All right. So let's get in to chapter 16. Now, mind you, I don't read the book to you, I give you my commentary, right? So I'm gonna quickly go through this, and this is like I said, this is 4 months later after Kyra had been kidnapped by Nitro. Okay, so this is De Niro's commentary. He wakes up to his sister yelling his name, De Niro, you need to get your ass up. Okay, so De Niro is in a little bit of a depression because he lost the love of his life. Okay, they finally make it official, and now she's gone. And he's kind of blaming himself in here that he allowed his boy David, who is the rat and the turncoat in his crew, to have Kyra be the sniper to take out her own ex-man. Okay. But his sister's in the house, like, yo, get up. I already took the girl, your daughter to daycare. You need to get up. Okay, I get it. But look, you need to shake this off. Okay, you need to do Mariah Carey and shake, 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 shake it off. Okay, you need to shake this off. Okay, you're not doing no, you're not helping nothing in this situation or your daughter. Okay, with this. How you doing, DG? No disrespect, but good googly movie. Oh, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the girls. Okay, I can't help it. I was born this way. Okay, okay, the seventh. I'm gonna have to celebrate here. Oh, thank you so much. I'll celebrate on the seventh. Like the seventh was a special day. Actually, a seven is very. That's a good intuitive number. I like it. Okay. Um, go back. So he's there. His sister's like, wake up, you gotta get your life together. And he's like, all right. So he gets up out of the bed, he scratches his beard, he realizes it's been a while. I need to make it on back up to the barber and get myself together. Cause yeah, I can't be sitting up here soaking in the bed all the time. My daughter half being taken care of. I mean, thanks to family, because there's definitely a community around Janera and Kyra that's really been a support. There's a support in this book. So he gets himself up and he's moved. This is how bad he when you got somebody. This is like Nino Brown being moved to pray. Okay, from New Jack City. Well, I got some people my age. Anybody? Okay, and this is what he prays to God. He said, God, I don't ask for much, but I feel like a part of me has died without my other half. I need her. I can't be who I need to be without her. I need my rib. I'm sorry for everything I've ever took her. Just give me my girl back. Let her be okay. So he showers up and gets his butt up out of the bed and he goes to the barber shop and he hears their song. Faith Evans, soon as I get home. I know it's silly. I'll make it up to you. Okay, so that's the song. That's their song. Unofficially, their song. Okay. And the theme for this is he starts to get emotional. He starts to cry because, you know, he's thinking about you don't know where she is. She just disappeared. Okay, you don't know where she has. nothing. Okay, so he goes to the barbershop and he asks, he gets a call. He goes to the barbershop, gets himself trimmed up. He's also not only does he he is emotional, but he has hope now because every time he hits the song, every time she's left, he always come back. So that was kind of like God confirming with him that I'm gonna bring her back to you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So he comes back, and I mean, he goes to the barbershop, gets lined up, everything's good. So, was it? The song comes on. He said, "If it takes," he's like, "Only death can keep me from the face. If I have, if it takes my life, my last breath, that Negro or that man is not okay. He needs to be not living. Okay." Now we got Kyra's her commentary, and she's now in the hostage situation, locked up in a room. She said that she didn't watch Love and Hip Hop so much that she can act it out and get a Grammy. Kayada girl, Kayada girl, Kiki, Kiara, Kayada, Cuckoo, Cuckoo. Now, when did people get Grammys for acting? Y'all know she could have won an Oscar. How you doing, Lisa? Lisa, come down. But she ain't. That's not Lisa there. But if that makes you follow me, go ahead. Okay. She's from New York. Works the same thing. She looks like she's half Puerto Rican. Rican. Anyway, and so I kind of clown. If when I read this, it's like Grammy girl. Oh, but whatever. Okay. I mean, I guess Love and Hip Hop, Grammy, but you don't win Grammys for acting. I don't think so. Correct me. I hate to be out here and be dead wrong. I would have said something like a SAG award or Oscar or something like that. Let me put on my red. What did you say? Oh, she's half Trinidadian. Close enough. It's an island. So she's talking about being stuck up in this room for 4 months. 4 months. She hasn't been able to leave or go anywhere. Anything that she wants will be, and any food that she wants. Nitro is whoever was the chef, anything. If she said she wanted filet mignon, and I was okay, I was 52 years old. Why did I always think that filet mignon was and I found out I want to say a dare though, but that's a pork. So I take back my shame of my girl about the Grammy. Okay, I always thought it was beef. When I thought filet mignon, I thought it was a cut of beef. It's it's pork. Point point. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So this woman comes in the room. Yes. Remember earlier I said that Gabby's a very important person. It is beef? Okay, then, child. I don't feel bad. Maybe you can do filet mignon with pork. Oh, my best friend who is a lightweight chef. Okay, she knows everything about food, and I don't know everything. Okay, not everything, but chat, chat. Okay, she even does what bowls of hugs. Oh, that soup is killing people. like in Cantu, the mama that could cook food and heal people with her food, that's her. Okay, she got healing food. Okay, if I would just send me a bowl, okay, I'll send you the shipping and handle it. Ribeyes are more my favorite. Whatever, but that's soup. I think you did. Anyway, moving on. She said that the chef would cook her whatever it was that she wanted, and it was good. And she said he was good. Okay, but she was tired. She was tired of watching reruns of um, Love and Hip Hop. And so Gabby comes in and she said, well, hi, Mama Sita. Give a dead way. When I saw Mama Sita, it's a dead giveaway that she's Latino. And she says that Gabby spoke. She was an older Mexican lady. She was a nurse that Nacho kept on call for me. Now I told you that Gabby is a very special person to um, Nitro. Keep that in mind. Okay. I was told to give you this shot, she says. And she started to give it to Kyra, and she snapped it. It's like, what are you doing? What is it you're giving me? It's the oxytocin, which induces labor. He's like, this is going to cause you to go into labor. So she was about to, but she ain't had the baby yet. So seems to me that Nitro is impatient. He's ready for that baby to go ahead and be birthed so he can snatch it and go. Okay, for alert. And so she took that small moment with Gabby to say, look, I don't know what Nitro is doing you. Okay, but I'll triple it. Okay, if you can help me with something, tell me where we are. Give me a phone so I can call somebody, something. He said, girl, I can't help you. I'm just here to give you this shot, girl. I see what I can do now. So Nigel comes busting in with his loud and wrong ass. You know what I'm saying? What's taking y'all so long to give a shot? Damn. So, and Kyra, being the feisty chick she is, like, I told her I wanted to know what she was giving me. Okay? At this point, she's not even scared of Nitro. Okay? He's just getting her a fucking nerve. Okay? Excuse the alluding to a cuss. Okay. What the hell take you so long? So that's what he's doing. So she eventually just gives her the shot. And then she tells him, like, she tells her, I'll see what I can do. But, and then she explains that contractions will start, she explains to her about oxytocin. Then after she kind of dozed off, she woke up to her name being whispered to her. And so she wakes up and it's Gabby again. And he says, I slid a phone underneath your pillow. That's all I can do is slide this phone, this burner underneath your pillow. Okay, my number is in it. When you get out, I want my phone. Kyra kind of smiled, but then she also kind of side-eyed her because she didn't know she wanted money. But you promised the truth. Okay. So she said, okay. And she said, oh, Mama, see, I think the time has come. Contractions will be more and more frequent. I'm going to hook you up to this monitor to keep watching your contractions and the baby. Um, Miss Gabby said, I nodded my head. Every time you get a contraction, I want you to relax and try to breathe it over. She said, closer scene. The next scene is 3 hours later. The contractions are, whew, okay. It's coming on strong. Okay. Oh, where is the part where she called? Oh no, she hasn't called Romero yet. So she's pushing, or she's starting to feel the contraction. Miss Gabby said, "I can't take." She was like, and she said, "You better pray that this baby doesn't have to get cut out because he is coming out today." God. So, oh no, let me go back. Boy, when the time comes for her to push, I will let you know. Hopefully, the baby won't have to be cut out. And then Nigel says to Kyra, "You better pray these." They. Oh no, he says this to Miss Gabby. Pray this get cut out because he's coming out because he's coming out today. Okay, if I gotta have her cut in, in other words, aka C-section for those who don't know what that is. Okay. Nigel said before turning to walk back out of the room, and he said, I fudging hate you. And he says, well, I fudging hate you too. You know, yelled back at her. So there's clearly love there, all right? Okay. So he walks out there. As he walks out the room, the pain is excruciating. You should be able to push in a few minutes, Gabby. The phone, I've got to make a call. So she said, I need the phone. So she gets the phone and she calls your boy De Niro. Okay. And it was so nice to hear her voice. And this is what she says when she hears De Niro. Says, yes. She calls him there and he says, Kai, is that you? I heard him ask, and he says, yes. I don't have much time, but Nitro has got me locked up somewhere I don't know. I have no clue where I am, where I'm at, and I've been in this damn room for 4 months. I'm about to have this baby. He's going to kill me when I have him. I won't hang the phone up, but I'm going to hide it. Please try to track this call. She whispered. And he says, okay, baby. Okay. So she finally gets to call De Niro. Thank God she remembered it. 4 months. Time. But then again, I'm 52. Honey. I'm 52. What book number is this one? I remember it's an ongoing series. Actually, no. This is a Savage and the Lady. This is just the first book. That other one was someone else. This is a Savage and the Lady and by Kia. How about to say it? Um, this is one of my former co-workers' cousin that's an author. Ooh, and this is when I tell you this is it's not full of scandal from the beginning. Okay, so De Niro, De Niro comes in with his scene, and the book is written kind of like a play. You can make a play out of it easy because it gives each person's commentary throughout the book. The narrow scene comes in. I'm gonna read this first chapter. I had just left the barbershop when I got the call from a number I didn't know. I never answered numbers I didn't know, but something told me to answer. That was the Holy Spirit, De Niro. Okay, that Holy Spirit said, "You asked for your woman to come back. Here it is." So he picks up the phone. He hears Kyra's voice. Um, lit a fire on it. It was oh my baby. Okay, and he grabbed. I grabbed my phone and put in the call. He told me after she said, "Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. Let me do what I said I was going to do." Right? Okay, I had just left the barbershop and got a call from a number I didn't know. I never answered numbers I didn't know, but something told me to answer, and I'm glad I did. Hearing Howard's voice lit a fire in me that had died. I was fixed. I was on fixed time. I had to find her as soon as possible. I grabbed my phone and put a call into my homie Dexter. That's a smart person name, right? He was a computer geek and could break into anything. And so we told him basically the story of what happened and what he needs to know. He gave him the phone number that he got a call from, and he cracked it to a Kentucky address. I now, mind you, FYI, Nitro had fled Tennessee to go to Atlanta. Okay, when he was called back for this one last big lick that he wanted to get in on. So he came back from Atlanta to get in on this lick, y'all. And Turk said, he came back for the lick, and that's how basically he ended up being able to kidnap. So De Niro comes back. He after he makes that call, he calls his boy Kirk and said, "You ready to ride?" And he said, "Do I need to bring some help?" And he ain't talking about other people. Okay, some heat. Does I need to bring some heat? You know it. Okay, all right, let's go. So chapter 17 starts off with Kyra's commentary. Let me take a sip on that one. Uh, Dexter is better than Nitro, right? But Nitro's a bad guy. He ain't supposed to have a cool name. It is. It is. It is definitely a street name that Nitro just sounds bad all around. But anyway, so chapter 17, Kyra, she's giving birth to her son. Okay. This is at the point where Gabby is telling her to give me one more push. And on all the shows that you see a woman giving birth, it's give me that one last push, girl. Okay. I don't know. I don't know that. That's not my story. I had a C-section. My son decided he wanted to be feet first. Yeah, he wanted to be feet first. Okay. So he was a rebel from the womb. Okay. He was a rebel from the womb. From the womb. And he gets it rightfully from between me and his father. We both are rebels in our own way. Okay. We ain't out here like we running the cartel or nothing, but we have our own rebellious ways. Um and so she's giving that last push. So I don't know that story. I don't know the story of being pushing the baby out. My mom warned me that it'd be the hardest work I ever did in my life. But see, but God, okay, but God, okay, God blessed me with a C-section, okay. And y'all, no one really said you're blessed with a C-section. Look, okay, okay, I work hard enough in life. I ain't gonna work hard to give birth to a baby. I don't know. I don't know. Let me stop lying. I would have pushed, okay, but I don't know that story. So she's pushing. She's weak because she's been pushing this pain and all this stuff. So she gives one last push, and it's a boy. We knew it was a boy because she had found out the gender before. That's why Nitro was so determined on getting that baby. Okay, because it was his boy seed. And it's his first child, according to him. So Gabby wrapped the baby up, the scene, and she looked at the baby. Got a chance, how they do. They wrap the baby up and put it on the mom's chest. And she looked at that baby and she said, "Oh, it's not my husband. It's the Narrows all along." Bitch, if you've seen any of my old videos that I did, I told you, I knew before I got to this point that it was the Narrow baby because she was not including the night that they took the trip to Memphis. Okay? That was a trip so that they can have spend time together. Together. Okay, that's when little Cairo was conceived. I knew that. Okay. But she had been with Nigel before they officially made their film. So I can see how she kind of mixed it up. All right. So she has the baby. She sees that it's not Nitro. It looks just like De Niro and Danelle, her daughter that she had. I mean, with De Niro. Uh, so she sees the baby, she grabs it. Of course, Nitro goes to take the baby from her. She's like, no. And then Nurse Gabby says, okay, you're losing a lot of blood. Okay. And Nitro, being the double spawn he is, don't give a cuckoo shoe about him losing blood because he planned on taking her out after she had the baby anyway, because she was gonna take him out. I mean, I mean, I mean, she was going to take him out. She was. She was a part of the plan to take him out. Okay, anyway. So she tries to say before the baby was snatched from her, from who she thought was the father, to who he thought was the father, because he was the father of this child. This man snatched the baby, walked out, said, I'm not talking about that one. Okay. Thank God she is losing a bunch of blood because he don't have to do work. Nature do it, right? That's what he's thinking. So he walks out with the baby, tells Gabby to come on, leave that woman alone. And she says, tries to tell her the baby's not his. But she thought she yelled, but she was getting weak from losing blood. Raise your hand if you know what that feels like. I do. Not from having a baby. That weak feeling when you don't have enough blood in your body, you feel like you're going to die. You really do. You really do. I've had that experience. All I can say is fibroids is a bitch, okay? And if you have them, if you've been diagnosed, treat it early. And removing them is not the treatment. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. Start if you are just finding out. This is just a side note PSA. If you have fibroids, if you suffer from fibroids, okay, start treating it with what you're eating and taking it in your body. Okay, if a doctor isn't telling you what you're eating and drinking does not matter, it does. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not helping it by drinking this alcohol, but I'm too far along. I had them removed, and they came back with a vengeance and bringing me down since last year. I had to get a blood transfusion because I lost so much blood from losing it during my period. So take that seriously. Don't take it as a side joke. If you find out ways that you can do to reduce them and shrink them. They are fed by estrogen. Okay, just know, ladies, it's fed by estrogen. Okay, so try to stay away from any type of food that brings that up your estrogen. Okay, I'm just saying, when you get older, it's a bitch. Okay, it's a bitch. It really is. Okay, personally, I think I probably let me just let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, moving on. So Nitro, he's holding the baby. He looks at the tiny little body, and he's like, "This is my baby," He's yelling, "Mama, let's go!" And Miss Gabby, before she walks away from Kyra, she calls Kyra. She calls. But she hangs up the phone because remember, Kyra told De Niro that she wasn't going to hang up the phone and just practice because I don't know where I am. She hung up the phone. Thank God Nigel had already gotten his boy to track it, so he knows where he's going. He has an address. He's coming to get his woman. But before she had to hang up the phone in order to call down the room, so they can come together. Gabby for the win. Gabby for the win, because if she not had done that, she would have been alive, honey, child. Moving on. So they left out of there. They board a private plane. So he's a big man. He's a top boy. But he got top boy money, so he got a private plane to fly them to Atlanta from his Kentucky place. Where it was in Kentucky, I don't know. Bowling Greens, that's what it was. Bowling Greens, Kentucky. And him and his mom and the baby on the plane. The baby, has the baby even been fed? You didn't even let him breastfeed first? Didn't do nothing. You just took the baby and he's talking to the baby and the mom. He's looking at the baby and he's on the plane with the mom. He's kind of a little hurt with his mother. Oh, I was told sister, Gabby is his mother. So there it is. Spoiler alert. Nurse Gabby is his Mexican mama. Okay. But going on, we're going. I'm sorry I ruined that for you. I tend to do that sometimes. But he's kind of hurt with her, and she's like, "Have you even thought this all the way out? How are you gonna take her to the baby with the mother? And what if she survives? You just left her there. You didn't. You know, real talk. He didn't take her out. He just left her for dead. I mean, in any story now, if you leave someone for dead, you guarantee that person's gonna come back like this. Okay? He said, what if she makes it? And she knows she's gonna make it, but she called 911. She's gonna come for her kid. And she mentioned something. Ooh, is it this the part? Oh, let's go back to Nitro. This is what he says. What she says to her. Miss Gabby walked into the room wearing a smug look on her face. I can't believe you're doing this to that woman. I didn't raise you like this. Nathaniel, that's his real name, girl. It's Nathaniel, my son. Nitro Nathaniel. Oh Lord. I'm not Mexican, and we gonna get into it, okay? And he says, "You're right. You didn't raise me at all." Like, oh, well. Okay, okay. Gabby was his Mexican mother. She had me and gave me to my father. My dad was as black can be. Okay, that's what he said. I resented my mother sometimes for her not being there like she should. But her family wasn't cool with the fact that she was parented by a black man. Okay, all right. There we go with the racism between Latinos and black people. Hmm. In certain places, there is that. Okay, especially in the West Coast. I have felt it here since I've been in Arizona, but there is such a thing called um, racism between Latinos and blacks. On the East Coast, Puerto Ricans, if you Latino in any type of way, Dominican Republic, you consider black. We accept y'all part of the community, okay? You can say this anyway. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just don't get me with that. You know what I'm talking about. You know that some can and some can't. Okay, well anyway. So that's kind of like the backstory. So Gabby's his mother. Okay, but he's kind of talking to her like Diddy talked to his mom. Okay, allegedly. So she said, "Have you even thought this out?" One thing I know is that mother and her cub, she's coming for her too. Okay, and they're coming with a vengeance. All right, and he's like, whatever. Okay, so we come to the narrow commentary. He pull up to the address and there's already police and first responders there, and him and his boys left their help in the car, if you know what I mean. pew, pew, and everybody knowing that. Okay. They left in the car and ran up to the house and was talking to a police officer, like, what's going on here? Is the woman that was in this house okay? And this asshole, and I meant what I said, and I not getting monetized anyway, so I know this video. But he said, so you telling me she was kidnapped? He's explaining that she was kidnapped and she just got a call. This is the dumb bitch. This is the reason why a woman want to be with a bear over a man in the woods. Okay. Anyway, he said, so you telling me she was kidnapped and just now calling you? Like, and De Niro was like, he's like, wanted to punch his face in, and I don't blame him. It's like, you can hear what you just said. This woman was kidnapped. When, at what point do you think she would have a phone? 4 months ago. How was you gonna call him? She was kidnapped. Any good kidnapper, and I'm not a kidnapper. I'm not gonna have the person that I'm holding hostage to any type of communication device. She was lucky to have a television in there. Because no, my ass, I would figure out some MacGyver way to put an SOS out there to something. Okay. But I also been in that type of situation. To be honest with you. I think every woman has some type of situation where they was in a hostage situation where they can't go nowhere to a man. I'm just saying it's life and it's real. Okay. I I can almost promise you a man, I mean every female at least in the United States of America, I'm not even talking about outside of the United States of America, has some type of situation where she has some type of domestic abuse when it comes to a man at some point in her life. I promise you. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so he goes up, he gets the information of what hospital they took her to. The information of what went on, what happened. It was so much, it was a lot. He just needs the address to get to this girl. He gets the address, gets to the hospital, and he sees her. He's so sleeping. And he just relished the moment for a moment. It's like he didn't want to wake her up. He just kind of looked at her. And then when he went over to her bedside, he moved the hair out of her face. Kind of, you know how it is. She moves and she picks up and she's like, he sees the hair. I said, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? I said, no, baby. Then grabs her hand, kisses her hand, and said, I'm here. And it's like, so, she's happy to see him. And she's happy to see him. And she tells him that the baby is not natural. Yes. She tells him by now this is like if he said that death is the only thing that kept him from having, I mean, that taking out natural, finding out that the child that she had was supposed to be his, that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother different story. And to know that, oh my God. So now he really got a hard on for Paul. Okay. That's what y'all kids say nowadays, right? Paul. Ah. So he's like, now he's more determined than ever. Now, not just only to get him back for what he did, but now to get his son back. So move on to Kyra's commentary. This is 2 days. She's been cooped up in the house. I mean, look, she's been cooped up for 4 months, and to be cooped up anywhere else, she didn't have it. So 2 days in the hospital, she's like, I'm ready to go. Okay, release me. So they release her from the hospital. They go home. I'm assuming that De Niro has called, but it doesn't mention that De Niro called the family and everything. But of course, De Niro and Kyra has a great community around it between his parents, her parents, their sister, and Diamond and King. He has a great community around it. So they all kind of pitched in and helped out with the baby and all. I mean, the other child that they had, Kyra. I mean, not Kyra, Danette. Um, She gets home. They drive home from this Bowling Greens, Kentucky, to Nashville area, and they get to their house that they share. Mind you, they're still not married. That like, why does that matter? It matters to me. Okay, still not married. Live together. Get home. She starts getting out the car before the middle can stop the car. Because she says all she can think about, this is the second time she's been away from her daughter for a long period of time. Okay, so she's rushing in to see her baby girl. So she goes in, she doesn't, she ignores everybody else that was sitting there. Okay, and went straight to her daughter and hugged her and the baby, like, Mama, how you doing? The girl doesn't feel like her, she doesn't feel no ways out. She said the baby girl was like, oh, look at that, hey. She had, what I'm saying? This is, she was one of the greatest sometimes. And she just hugged her and said, Mommy, the whole thing. She starts to cry with the niece, of course. It's like, just ignore everybody else. And she said, shut up, girl. So she goes and hugs the niece, her mama, her daddy, you know. So, now, let's talk about things. It's no indication that Kyra's parents are in the video at all. But somehow, I'm surprised they're not raising Holy Ghost hell of all the stuff that their daughter is going through. Are you freaking kidding me? He's been kidnapped, she's been to jail, he has all this craziness. It's like, if it was my only daughter, if I recall correctly, she's the only child of these two, of her parents. And they ain't tripping, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be sick. I said, I would not have left it to be narrow to find my daughter. Okay, maybe I would have. Maybe I would have. Maybe I would have. I might have. I might have. You know, or I might not have. I don't know. My son has never been in a lost situation, but I know the short period of time where he was on and my son was on the run at one point, and all I did was pray. I'll be honest with you. I'm that praying mom. I know you don't think about it the way I've been cussing over years, but I do. You lifted my eyes up and prayed. Okay, that was the only thing that kept me saying. And I knew somewhere in my heart when God knew, told me, before me that my son would look at. Okay, long as God always confirmed with me he's okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, you see my face on the news if something happens to me. That's my only child. He's my only reason for getting on. He's my reason for still living. Do you understand? You know, my son is the only reason I stay alive and try to be young. Because I know he will not do the things that okay, not now. Maybe when he's 30 or 40 and it's some type of like illness or something that I die from. But not now. He's not ready. He's not ready. Okay. And I'm not ready for him to be gone. I want to turn into what's Sarah Connor. Okay. I would start turning Sarah Connor. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look it up. Google it. I didn't have to do it. Okay. Look it up. Sarah Connor. Okay, I will be a terminator. Because I don't have no reason. What's the purpose of me staying out of jail? What would be my purpose of staying out of jail for who? For who? I look, I just got the freedom to move out of the same state of my son. You take my son away from me, I have no reason to be playing. The other thing that you want to see the darker side of me, let me not go up to the rapture. Let me not make the rapture. Let me not make the rapture. It's like everything that I've been trying to kind of be decent for, the love of God is gone from this earth, but I will be a savage. You understand the only reason I'm not a savage is why I'm a savage is because God lives on the inside of me. If I find out that no, that was really just my willpower, oh my God. Hmm. And I'm not going to try to bring back the love of Christ. I ain't going to show none of that. None of that. Savage. Oh, that or it becomes anarchy. All gloves are off. Okay, I'm nice until I have no reason to be nice. Okay, moving on. So she gets there, she hugs everybody, the whole thing. She just came from a really traumatic experience. She just wants to go to bed. So she takes her daughter, gets her cleaned up and washed up, and she just sees her mom, sees her daughter, and she starts to cry, just be happy to be with her. And the baby girl, all children, F kids sometimes. She said, Mommy, cry. Oh, hell. If you want to break me down, don't let the baby say to me, Mommy, yeah, she was good. She was much better. I was like, yeah, Mama crying, Lord. I'm just so happy to see my baby. I love it. I was just break down. I am an emotional person. I'm a Capricorn, but I'm very, very emotional. Okay, I just broke down. I was just broke down. That's all I gotta say. And I personally feel like anyone that says anything about me coming straight in and hugging my baby can shut the hell up. Okay? Right? I have been away from my child and the other child has been stolen from me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. No one to know what and the thing is, yes, I'm grateful for you, but this is not time to give us the grateful speech. Thank you for blah blah blah. I'm gonna need for my community to understand I've been through something very traumatic and it ain't over. It's not over yet. Okay? I don't have my little Cairo in my damn arms. If he ain't here, it ain't over. I'm still in the midst of my traumatic experience. Okay? Name. He gives the baby a bag, he puts in a favorite pajamas, he puts in a favorite. I'm assuming the family has decided to go ahead and go home. He's got home. He's by herself. De Niro, while she was taking the bath, offered to, like, you want me to finish this up because I know you've been through. And he's like, no, I got this. She puts the baby to bed and she gets in the bed with the man. Mind you, she ain't showered. She's still funky. And I'm assuming she's been locked up and stank. He gave her all the food, but then I don't recall him saying anything about allowing her to take a shower and clean it. Okay. But at any rate, moving on. And I'm assuming if there's probably a bathroom in there, so she probably did shower, but I'm just saying. Going through that humanity and left for dead. Whatever. Okay, so she gets in the bed and she lays down next to a De Niro and just kind of comes up to him and he's taking a shower and got prepared for bed. So he's like, he smells good. So you smell good. And she said, that's what he jokes with her and said, that's what a shower do. He said, if you're trying to say it's paint, he said, he just kind of like, you said it, not me. Okay. say whatever. He had welcome in the bath, so she went to the bathroom. He had already on her back, rose color, and he said, she was like, what if I didn't come in here? She said, well, I'm tall. You too much. He said, what if I didn't come in here? Oh no. He's like, you was gonna come in here. You was gonna clean your body. Okay. Just don't be falling asleep right now. Okay. And at first I was kind of offended by that because I thought it's like she just been through a really traumatic experience. How the hell you gonna tell her not to go to bed? And then I'm thinking, you're not going to sleep. I know you ain't trying to get it on with the woman that just had a baby 3 days ago. I thought you needed 6 weeks before y'all had to do. Y'all did the doo doo. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all, you know what I mean? I thought you at least had to wait a certain amount of time. And I also thought you had to wait a certain amount of time to take a bath. But then the Holy Spirit reminded me that, hey, you know, people have babies in water. So you're like, you know what? They, like they sit in a pool and they have their baby in the water. So that it's not such a traumatic entrance to this world. So I'm going from a water bath to no water at all. I think I would be screaming too if I came out from water to nothing. It's like and lights and what? And then you have the nerve to hit me, even though that was just so that they would cry to get, to use it anyway. So took the bath, got back in the tub. I mean, she got in the tub, took the bath, relaxed, got out, sat next to her movie there, and you know, they did not have sex. That that's all I gotta say about that. All I can say is Power showed her appreciation to De Niro. She definitely went solo on that. That's all I gotta say. Chapter 18. Let's move on. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this whole book. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to finish this whole damn book because I'm already an hour and 32 minutes in. I don't think I'm gonna have anybody. I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to save this on Instagram, but moving on, we on chapter 18. Let's take a breather and a sip of water. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Ooh, shit. Told myself I would be out there by now. But it ain't happening. I ain't not seeing that nobody's here. Ooh, Jesus, I'm light. Let me go an extra hour than I'm gonna go out and see if I can grab a little extra cash a little bit later. I'm gonna do 5:30. How about that? Okay. Cause y'all behind they paying me and I only got I had somebody, I lost my girl. I lost my girl. I lost two of my girls. And Gerald ain't here either. So and the one person I had on YouTube is gone. I feel confident if I could just get through. I'm gonna do 18. It is four. You know I'm gonna need to stop my symptoms so that I can get out of these streets. I was hoping I can. You know what? I talking. Let's get on to the 18th chapter. So we're at chapter 18. You know, I'm go by the leading of the Holy Spirit. If the Holy Spirit says go, go. If it's not, you're not going to force it. God knows how to bring you money. God knows how to bring me money. All right. Okay. But what I am going to do is I'm going to log off of Instagram because I know I've lost some people, especially on the East Coast. It's 3:53. Let me put on my glasses. It's 3:55. So I'm going ahead and log out for a little bit, and I'm going to do about 10 minutes on TikTok. Just so we can get in on this 18th chapter, okay? Hold on, y'all. Whew. And I'm going to do 18 in 10 minutes. Watch. Like, I'm going to finish this out. I'm having a good time right now. I personally am having a good time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock out of you. Okay, Instagram, and I'm gonna share what I got if I can. YouTube, you don't keep on going. I have to pause you, but I can't. I do need to make a message to my son. Okay. How about I try to put it back on my thing, my phone back on the thing? It flew off. I, I'm not gonna be able to go out. I'm not gonna be able to go out tonight. YouTube. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. Oh my goodness, y'all. Woo. Okay, I gotta remember that that is there because I keep tripping over one of the legs of the table. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Um, I want to go to TikTok. TikTok Club and give them some love. Okay, good. It's already there. Now, y'all. Now, homeboy came on here. It's like, ooh, wow, not to be disrespectful, but good googly boogly. And he's talking about my girls. You know, it's all good. It is what it is. God bless me with that. I give you an intermission. Matter of fact, maybe I'll pull up a Kendrick Lamar song that y'all can listen to while I do this intermission. So, matter of fact, before I go on TikTok, let's go ahead and pull up a Kendrick Lamar song, okay? Since he made it free for everybody. And not Kendrick, I love you, man. Auntie loves you. I love you with love that I cannot compare. I really do. I say I almost feel like you my little nephew. You know what I'm saying? I got love for the air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, y'all are a special, special love. I have a special place for a special good place in my heart for them air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Y'all, I need friends like y'all because y'all are very unjudgmental. And I need friends with tough skin and don't be in their emotions because I be hurting feelings. I wonder if anybody, I hope, I pray, why not to lift up this prayer before I go in there. I pray that people see this. And I'm not offending people, but they're having a good time though. In Jesus' name, amen. Uh, you know I got my Kendra. That's my nephew. I love you, boy. Okay, when did my download? Okay. I know you lying. I'm putting uh-uh. Downloads are not coming up. Okay. I don't know what happened, but y'all listen to that for a while. I wanted to make I gotta do this one. I love that part. So I'm relaxing for this. Let me take it in a mission. Okay, my intermission is about over. Um, he a fan, he a fan, he a fan, he a fan, he a fan. And God, this guy, this guy, come for your life, come for your life. Mhm. Okay, what the heck is that? Oh, I just turned on my ice machine. Okay, YouTube, y'all getting all this live, all of this live, 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 live. I need to get something in the background, make it a little more fancy and stuff. Ooh, that's what my be going. Yeah, let's go in. Okay, we're gonna do YouTube. We're gonna do TikTok. We're gonna do a couple of videos on TikTok. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of videos. Okay. Hey, TikTok, how y'all doing? I'm gonna do this real quick because I'm doing a bedtime story and I'm finishing up Savage and his lady. So get in here. I Normal my bedtime stories include bedtime cocktails, and the spirit of the night is Kings Creek whiskey. Is it bourbon whiskey? No, just straight sour man whiskey. We're doing an old fashioned. We're going to do it real quickly. I've already done it. So we're coming in on the 18th chapter of Savage and His Lady. So we're going to do that's about a shot. That's about a shot of whiskey. Notice that I put a cube of ice, a cube of sugar in here. Okay, we're gonna use the end of this knife. Be careful with it. If you have a muddler or something else that can crush that sugar cube in there, do that. So I'm just gonna use that to crush up that sugar cube in there. You see how just taking care of that sugar cube I put in there. We're gonna stir that a little bit. So old fashioned is a shot of whiskey, sugar cube, and some bitters and ice and orange expression of oil. So I'm stirring it up real quick for you. I'm doing a very abbreviated version. You can add store bitters or any bitters that you can get free brothers. FEE brothers also a good one you can get. And it's usually reasonably priced. I got this at Spot Price here in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, for $9.99. You can get it at the liquor stores for a little bit more, $12. But Fee Brothers is $9.99 at Total Wine. Okay, I would tell you to send, but this is not sponsored by Total Wine, but I like Total Wine. They got everything there. I like that. Since I moved here to Arizona, so you're gonna stir up the sugar and the bitters. Okay, like the actual version, when you have all your equipment that you need, I will put the sugar cubes in there, put the bitters on it, crush it all up together, then put the liquor in there or the spirit, the whiskey or bourbon, because you can do a old fashioned with whiskey or bourbon. Um, and then you put the shot, then you put the ice. Preferably use big cubes. Get one big cube and stir it all up. Little darling, here you go. There it is. There's an old fashioned. Oh, forgot the part where you get peeled lemon. Oh, that wasn't good enough. Express the lemon oil. I mean the orange oil. You take a skin of the orange and you press it over the glass. Ooh, I kind of do it as much as you can from this orange. Trust me, that oil sprays over it. You rub that around the rim, put that in there. I have another small piece. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff that over there too. Put that in the glass. You don't use the peel. It's just for flavor. Old fashioned, quick at home style. All right, let's get into chapter 18. So we got chapter 18 starting off with nitro commentary. If you have not been caught up, you need to come over here to YouTube. I've already done almost 2 hours of this book from chapter 16 to chapter 18, starting now. Let's go. Nitro says, let's start with Nitro commentary. This is the Saturday is late. Okay, I stood in the kitchen warming up the bottle. So this is where Nitro is warming up the bottle. He is crying like he is crying like someone did snap his head up. I know that sounds crazy. I couldn't think of the he's crying his head up. And he took his teeth to study the baby. And his mom comes in, which we found out was nurse Matt, who was the midwife of Kyra. She comes in, the baby, just like a mom, just like a woman. Give me that baby. As soon as she puts the baby is no. He said, he Nigel said. Now mind you, Nigel is kind of like the way Dick was with his mom. No respect. I would say Nigel is probably a Scorpio. Anyway, moving on. And the baby just cried and said, hey, that's something. This is not the exact words. I am not using the book word for word. You have to get the book. A savage and his lady. A savage and his lady. You two already know. I'm really doing this for you. I'm going to do another one suicide if my time runs out. I can do it. Okay. So she says, it's a woman. She said, look at it. So she's moving it. If anyone has ever held a baby, especially a newborn, if you have any type of girls like I do, any type, even if you make her, that baby's gonna turn around kind of suck. He said, look at it, think I got milk. It's something about a woman's touch sometimes. Babies consistently, but um while Nitro was still warming up the bottle for the baby, he checked that it's good. He said, get the baby back so I could feed it. That's what he did. And then Michael started really looking at the baby. He noticed that he was dark. And he asked his mom, he said, "Mom, was it?" Because if you read chapter 17, you find out that the Mexican nurse, Gabby, who got pregnant was his mom, and his father is a really dark skinned man. So he was like, was that dark? He said, no, you came out looking Mexican. Okay. You didn't get dark until okay, that's the only time you got dark. That's the only time your daddy came out in you is when the sun hit your skin. That's when you got dark. Okay. He said, "You sure?" She said, "You sure?" You sure that's your home? And he said, and she said, "I know this." He was like, he said, "I know this, my baby," basically. And he was like, he's like, okay. Isn't that the narrow dude your ex is now dating? And he don't know. So she's alluding to the fact that maybe that baby is the narrows and not yours. You done went through all this nonsense, and this is another thing. That is normal. Also, know that she will come from prediction. Auntie predicts that it's not going to be the narrow that gets smacked up. It's going to be Kyra. Okay? It's going to be Kyra. Okay? It's going to be Kyra. Okay? He even goes to the point, and I'm going to read this part. He said, F him. This is my son. I said, now shit had me. He said, issue had me thinking, was it really my baby? So yeah, mama just planted the seed, and you sure that's your baby? That makes me think that Gabby heard Howard when she left the room and said, child, you want to know, you can come over here to my YouTube page, according to a car, bedtime stories, or you can get the book. You can know word for word with everything. Let me tell you something. Oh, before I don't have him, I got 1 minute. This book is so tough, full of drama from the family. Oh, love and hip hop don't have nothing on a Savage anymore. You hear me? Nothing. What's it? Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, New York Housewives. Housewives don't got nothing on this book. You hear me? There ain't no reality show that got the drama from the beginning like this book. You gotta get this book. Kaya or Kiara. I've been saying it wrong. That's Kyehou. Give her. She got so many other books for you all to read. have a mother or something like that. So I'm just so you know what? Short should go live on Facebook. Oh yeah. You know, I'm going live on Facebook, guys. See, turn the camera around. Yeah. Here you go. Hey y'all, hey on YouTube, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good evening. On the East Coast, on the East Coast, I'm going live on YouTube right now. I'm in my second hour, but I'm going live on Facebook because I don't know if we're going live on Facebook. I'm doing my show called Bedtime Story, and we're doing a book review, and we're finishing up Savage. Anything, Savage. Okay, so I have started. I did a little bit of a snippet on TikTok where I started chapter 18. It is also bedtime for cocktail. It's the old fashioned. I'm not going to go through it right now with y'all. So until I need another cocktail. I don't think I'm going nowhere on this morning. Okay, yeah. I know it's slow connection telling me. YouTube. Facebook, y'all always be slow, but catch up. Okay, so we in chapter 18 just discussed that Nitro has realized, started to possibly realize that the baby that he snapped from Kyra, who we thought was his child, might not be his. Now we get to Kyra's conversation. She's lying in bed and she's staring at the ceiling. That's not y'all. Okay. She's lying in bed and she's like, look, I can't be cooped up in this building. She has been cooped up in a room for 4 months. A room for 4 months watching reruns of shows, specifically Love and Hip Hop. Okay. So the last thing she's trying to do is be locked up in another room. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting down to for my phone because I know it's gas. I just want to be close so that if it dies, I have my charger here. You know what I'm saying? I got one of the big ass cars, long ass cars, not big, but long. Okay. So Kyra is she's laying in the bed. She's now home with her man, De Niro. Not unmarried, but her man, and the father of so far her child. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get the book. It's available on Amazon, new and used, or you can go to Kiara Host. That's Kyeate Holt Holt. Okay, get the book so you can read it because I don't read the full book to you. I don't read part of the book to you. I read it and I'm telling you my commentary on how I from my point of view. And then I slip in some little things in that. Okay. So Kyra, she's home, she's laying in bed, she's looking at still, she's like, I can't, I can't. She's been in jail at one point, and then she's been a hostage at another point. Both of her children at this point have been born in an limited situation for her. The last thing she wants to do is sit here in this house. Now, De Niro, her man, is thinking like, I want you to be able to have been through a really, really traumatic situation. Okay? And you don't need to be running around here like doing, hey, I just had a discussion with somebody. And this girl, I mean, this woman is, she's like, the last thing I need to do is do this. So she decides she wants to go to the shop. Her dad So she gets up, takes a shower, gets dressed, and way into a book. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to see to think that this is a cute outfit. But let me read what she had. She decided to put on. She got in the shower. She decided that she was going to shoot this. After a phone call, I somewhat was in a good mood. So basically, she had a burner phone that Gabby, Nurse Gabby gave her. She doesn't know yet that this is her ex's mom. Okay, and she got a call. I mean, she decided to call the number that was in there for her to let her know, like, just to see if this is a good number. And she finds out that it's not directly to Gabby. It's to someone probably in Mexico. And Gabby is a Latino from Mexico who is the mother of Nitro. If you want the full story, get the book. Okay, get the book. Get the book. Okay. She takes a shower. I mean, let me read this paragraph so you know what this outfit is. Okay. After the phone call, I was somewhat in a good mood. I hopped up and headed towards the closet and looked for me something to put on. I pulled out a pair of satin, Laurent high-rise metallic gold jeans and a Saint Laurent sequins. What club she going to? And moving on. Yeah, that would look real nice. It looks real fancy. You gonna know when I tell you in a little bit. And Saint Laurent sequin top, oh yeah, that look real good together. I turned to my shoe side and grabbed a pair of Christian Louboutin floral, floral velvet boots. I carried the clothes back into my room and laid them across the bed. I grabbed my towel and I hopped in the shower. Ain't nothing about what I just read cute or fit to go to a shop like a clothing store. Okay. And I can tell you that she was overdressing, and I don't see it as cute. Floral boots? Where do you see floral boots? Floral boots. That means they got flowers in. What boots you have that have flowers on it? Please put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments if you got boots that have flowers on it. That outfit is ugly as hell. A sequence shirt with metallic gold bead. Seriously? Hey Beth, how you doing? That's that's my sister. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to say it like that. That's my sister. Way, way back. Okay. From way, way back. That's one of the good stuff here. I would trust her with her kids. I have an adult son, but if I had little ones, I would trust them. Okay. So she picks out this ugly ass outfit, way too dressy for where she's going. De Niro enters the room and said, "What are you going all dressed up?" He's like, I'm going to my shop that you got me. He said, "Girl, chill out. You need to choose. You got to see it, okay? Because this you just came from a really traumatic situation. You talking about going into a shop to work. I got people handling that. I want you to chill out and just kind of relax." And she's like, "The last thing you need to do is be sitting there. And first of all, don't be telling me what I need to do." She's still suffering from the trauma of being kidnapped and her baby being snatched and then left for dead. Okay? If she wants to go to the shop to deal with her pain, then that's just the hell she's doing. And De Niro. I'm going to say this like on, what was that movie called? It was Terry McMillan's book. I can't think of it right now. It's there. I can see it. I read the book and watched the movie. Uh, and that's the only thing I can think of is a dollar Dairy Late and a dollar short. And that's not, that was the book after that. This is not Stella getting her movie back. This is, anyway, wait until the set. And when the mama said to Savannah, "He's a good man, Savannah," De Niro is a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. Yeah, he took you through some shit, but he's a good man, Savannah. I would be the mom saying, "He's a good man, Savannah." Okay. So once she yelled, popped off on him like she did, he was like, "All right, man, if that's what you want to do, let's go. I'll take you. Let's go." We don't want to driving by herself and doing this. She's been through a lot. So she's like, "Okay." He said, but as she was doing her hair, putting her hair up and whatever fun she did, okay, she was like, "These brows though, they need to be taken care of." Wow, I mean, I'm not a very good example. My eyebrows, like, wow, I barely have. Let's be honest. But anyway, he's like, "Can you go to my girl Jennifer?" And she's apparently in the hood. So he's like, "I'm going to the hood." Sure, baby. That's what you want to do. Go here first. Get your eyebrows done. He apparently was look very good when she walks into the shop that she owns. Okay. Mhm. So she goes and gets her eyebrows done. He takes her to the hood and he mentions that he don't even like it, because he made his way out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Illegally, but he made it. They apparently live in Brentwood, which is a very good part of Nashville area. And so he goes, they go there, he gets the eyebrow done, and guess who he sees? He's not going into the eyebrow place or into this place. They explained that it's kind of like a swap meet type of situation or a flea market type of situation. I've never been to a swap meet, but I have been to like a flea market, and I think that's what they call a swap meet, on the West Coast. Now that I'm on the West Coast, wow, I'm in the West Coast. I haven't been to a swap meet here, but I think that that's kind of like what we call a flea market, indoor flea market where you can get anything done. You get your hair done, you get your eyebrows done, you get your car fixed, t-shirts made, all in the same place. That is the beauty of, I said that's the beauty of poverty, but no, I don't want to say that. It's the beauty of creativity and not having being creative, and most of the creativity is born out of having enough. Let's be real. And they created a place where you get everything done, and you may even barter. If you have t-shirts, I can make t-shirts for your if you fix my car when I need it. It's not me, duh. Okay. So you pretty much get everything you want done, clothes, everything there. That's what it sounds like. That's what it is. Okay. Go to the eyebrow done, and he's sitting out in the car with his daughter. Well, that doesn't take that long to get the eyebrow. I mean, like for real. So he's sitting out there and he's observing the atmosphere and everything, the environment, and he's seen none other than the chick that really kind of got him caught up moving. And this chick is coming out of this famous chicken spot in Nashville. And De Niro sees her and say, yeah, because he ain't feeling good about it, because she did go take good while he was a little tipsy. I'm not saying it's alcohol, but I'm not saying it's not. Okay. And he was straight up. Okay. And she kind of lured him in her instruction of his nemesis control. And basically they ended up doing the bill. Come to find out. He approached her. She acts like she and kind of run away from him. You know, oh, let me get out of here. Well, I know how she feels. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. Anyway, so she goes and he sees her. And he runs after. He goes inside the car, locks his car, and goes after her. Like, yo, why are you running from me? And she said, look, look, I wasn't really, you know, she said some lame ass excuse on why she did what she did. Okay, but then she mentioned, so since you're here and I do see you, FYI, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant and you're the dad. As she's saying that, guess who comes out from getting her eyebrows on? And she's like, oh, hell no. I know. I know. This is not what I just heard. This stripper is pregnant. Your mommy? And she loses it. They go straight home. She starts packing her bags. She called her a friend of the family. And I say friend of the family, I'm talking friend of De Niro. Okay, Johnny. And she said, like, she packed up and she took one of De Niro's cards. Which he said, how you gonna leave my stuff? He said, like this. Okay. And his one of his Mercedes G class, by the way. And the thing is, she left with the stuff, called Diamond, which is a friend of theirs, her De Niro, to see if she could stay in one of their empty condos. Now it's funny that she decided to go call Diamond as opposed to her mom, because usually when her and De Niro break up, she calls her mom and she goes up there, and it's easily fine. I feel like she chose to, and I'm not the author of this book, but I feel like she chose Diamond as opposed to her mom, because she knew her mom was going to direct her back to De Niro. And really what you need right now is just some space, just processing everything that's occurred. So, because this is the one that just was created, forced to have a child. That child was snapped and she was never dead. Only to find out her man, she finally had happiness after years of being your best friend. They finally get together and find out he is got next month, the one minute. that he cheated with her feelings. She had enough. She needed some space. And this is where I feel like De Niro, he's a good man, Savannah. Okay? He's a good man. He could have he could have stopped her from taking his car. He could have reported that car as stolen. He did. He knew he said I tracked all my cars. I could have tracked the guys on all my vehicles. He could have found out where he was. But he knew he messed up. Number one. Number two, and now mind you, Kyra ain't innocent. Kyra's not innocent. She's not innocent in the fullness of it. You got to get the book to find out where she messed up. A savage and his lady by Kayako. She messed up too. And then, if you really ask me, a lot of stuff started with her decision to get with myself and not wait for De Niro to come into his break. But he let her go. And he knew he was wrong. And he gave her a space. Because he could have tracked her down and made her come back. I still love her. Okay? He could have beat her down in the hallway. But he could have done that. But he didn't do that. He didn't do it. He let her, he knew she needed her kind of space that she had been through a lot. He allowed her to speak to her a little gruffly because he knew what she's been through. This is a man that was her friend that became a mother. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Kyra. Okay, and everyone involved, including Diamond. As I will read what Diamond said to her. First of all, she said, anything you need, stay in the condo, but you have it as long as you need. But this is what Diamond said to her. Okay, this goes into chapter 19. Okay, Diamond says to her, we're going into chapter 19 because I'm trying to finish up this book. And Diamond says, at the condo, she greets her with love and hugs. And she tells her, like, look, let me read what Diamond said. Girl, after Kyra works out everything she's been going through, Diamond stood over the wall and walked over to the stock bar and poured her a glass of wine. And that's what here. She handed her a glass. So, this is what Diamond said. So, where do you see you in the arrow now? Are you ready to just end it all? Don't give these, don't give these hoes what they want. She didn't say hoes, she said people. Especially the chick that's carrying the baby. It's just so, and then Kyra says it's so hard to overlook it. You got a whole kid out there that is missing. This is Cairo, this is the son. Okay, I haven't even got the experience being a happy family with him since we got together. Every time we take a step forward, something pulls us back. That is getting old. I just really need a break right now. And Diamond says, well, I'm not telling you to forget what he did, but if you see he ain't worried about the chick and just wants to be a father to his child, that we don't do deadbeats around. Diamond says, this is a part of the community. Okay. And she said, like, look, we don't do deadbeats. If you have a child, you're going to take care of that child. You don't have to be a part of the body. What she's saying is separate the child that's born in the belly of this child Okay, from De Niro wanted to really be with her. Okay, he doesn't. If he's showing that he doesn't really want to be with her, okay, then I'm gonna need you to not. If you don't see that this is the end of you and De Niro, then you're gonna have to. I'm not saying don't forget about what he did, but I am saying you have to allow him to be father to this child if it really is his. And I'm gonna tell you what Auntie's prediction: that child is not De Niro. I believe, and I promise you, I have not read past chapter two. I'm gonna promise you that child is not De Niro's. That child is not. I'm just saying. Okay. And so basically, we don't do deadbeats around here. Let him be the father to that child if that child is his father. But that's it. Look, now I'm going to circle back to chapter 18 and tell you what oftentimes is the mistake that men make. Oh, this might be in 19. It's in 19. I'm going to take a short and to the rest of it. Okay, and I'm back. Okay. All right. So, getting back to the story. This is the fatal mistake that most men do. In the attempt to be a good man, this is what happened. So, chapter 19 really starts off with the narrow conversation. And Ivy calls him. He doesn't recognize the number, so he just puts, he not blocks her, but he ignores her. Like he said in the prior chapter, that he don't answer calls that he don't know. He didn't even give Ivy his number once he found out that she was pregnant and she didn't have a child. So she texts him and says, "Hey, this is Ivy. I just want to talk for a minute." So he calls Ivy back, kind of reluctantly, and she mentions that she's going to have a sonogram, which is going to say, tell her what the sex of the baby is, and ask her. And he said, "Well, yeah, I want to come." He said, "Just let me know when it is, okay, and I'll be there." This is the mistake number one that most guys don't realize it puts them in a fuckboy situation. Okay, first of all, he does not owe her to go to anybody's soccer. That's way too intimate. Okay, this woman, if you're not trying to be with this woman, there's no reason for you to go to her sonogram, anything outside of one of their babies. But he feels like if he puts her badly, like he should be there for the mother of the child. This is oftentimes the wrong thing that most men do. Okay, most men will feel like this. I'm a good guy. I'm gonna be there to celebrate. This is not the woman. You don't need to be at nothing. Okay, nothing. You don't have to be at the soundtrack. You don't even have to be at the goddamn. Okay, you don't have to be nothing. That baby can be born. Okay, and then you can get a DNA test from that baby. Real talk, if you really press and you really, and I think most guys are kind of labeled with being an asshole if they want the DNA test when you go into endometrial. And so basically, they take the DNA from the fluids from the fat. Okay, you can't have that done to see if that baby is yours. Okay, that's a bit sad because the woman has to go through. He feels like he still got to kind of treat her with some type of respect and be there for her to a point. But the problem is when you do certain things, that makes that woman feel like she can work when she really isn't. Okay? So men, listen to your auntie when you on this. You don't have to be at that sonogram. You don't even have to be at that place. That has nothing to do with that baby or right. Then, if that child needs care, if that child needs food to eat, if that child needs a place to stay, if that child needs anything, that's when you kick it. And if that means that you have to take care of the mother, like a place to stay, when you get somewhere for that child and that mother to stay, okay, real talk, you really don't have to do nothing for the mother. If you want to be just in the child's life, you could just get custody of that child. Some of those men don't want to do that. Okay? And you will seem like an asshole if you don't go to sonogram and get birth and get all the things. No, that's the person that you want to be with. Okay? You're not the asshole if you don't go to sonograms, go be at the birth and find out everything that's going on. No, nah, baby. Let me tell you all the truth. My son's father, and I still respect him with the most of my heart. And I now, hindsight 2020, respect him even better. Okay? Because that man was nowhere when I was having him, when I had sonograms, when I was going to the doctor. He didn't offer a ride to the doctor, none of that shit. And you know what? Surprise! I was fine. Okay? He gave me no indication whatsoever that there could be anything between me and her. Okay? And more people would consider him an asshole because he made sure that he kept that line clear between that there was nothing. Okay? He gave me no good reason to believe there would be anything between us. And that was the best thing he could have done. Because if he would have been at a sonogram, been at a doctor's appointment, been there, that makes a woman feel like this man probably actually cared. When in actuality, he's just trying to be there to make sure that baby's healthy. He don't have no feelings towards you, like, and then this is how you get caught up, and then you got someone blowing out the tires and thinking they're more. That's the whole thing with Abraham and Sarah when they had when they had Ishmael. That was the issue. That was the reason why the Hagar thought that she was more than what she was, but because I'm sure Abraham was like, I can't just leave her out there, but she was the mother of my child. She gave birth to my first son. Okay. And she started thinking that she was more than what she was. Nah, baby. No. You're supposed to be a Sarah. Yes. We don't I don't believe everyone had any feelings towards the servant Hagar. But y'all trying to not be the villain of somebody's story. What? Boy, come on, I get nothing regarding that. And the moment he agreed to be at the sonogram, that woman thought, thought she could get it because she thought it was more than what it was. Because she's going to be at the sonogram. He's going to be at the sonogram. The reason why she asked him is so that he did. make it seem like they're a family. And they're not. They're not. Okay, she's trying to steal this man from it's not gonna be because his husband also died. Oh, he would end up with Ivy, this Congress said, oh, I don't got no time to die and you tell her not to do that dumb. Okay? You are handing him right to the other one that is and you still love him. And you believe in it more. Okay? So then you know there's certain things that you think that you have to be a part of, and you think you're being a nice person and you're trusting the situation most. Okay? You hear me? You hear me? All right. All right, moving on. So he agreed to go to the Sandra and Denise is not Denise, Kyra goes into Kyra's conversation. Kyra's conversation is what she's talking to Diamond. And since so hard, and Diamond basically telling her the women, those other women, like Kyra, the one that candidate is hoping everything that everything that Ivy is going to do from this point forward is to get Kyra to give up on Daenerys. Now, mind you, backstory, Ivy and Daenerys dated back in high school. Okay, just saying. Now he's a big drug dealer in the house. Okay, so we get through that where she thought God is basically telling her, excuse me, don't leave your man to these women. That's what they want. They want you to give up on Daenerys. So the thing is, then she decides to call Daenerys because he's been calling her back and back and wondering where she was. He said, "Good, find out if you want." She called him back and let him know. He's asking, "Where are you?" And he's drunk. He's drunk. He know he messed up big time by hitting the stripper raw and getting her knocked up. This is the last thing. He knows this is the last thing that Kyra needs right now. After being kidnapped, her child stolen, it's the last thing she needs. And he knows it. He's a good man. So, okay. He goes into, she calls him because he's been calling her back. And then she's like, what do you want? Finally, what do you want, man? And he's like, "Oh, you okay? Where are you?" She's like, "She's being fake." He said, "Don't worry about me. Where I am, safe." It's like, okay, and he goes on drunken apology and all this stuff. It's like, all right, get off my damn phone. Basically, she's just explaining to him, I just with everything that I just been through and then finding this out, I just need my space. Okay. Let's talk about how good De Niro is. Okay, you think, oh, he cheated on her and all this stuff. It's a whole story. Read the book. But this is why he was good. Because he could have he was kind of stolen. He could have chased her down and found out where she was and harassed her. He could have ran down the hallway in the hotel and beat her ass on camera and then drag her back in the room. Okay, could have. He didn't do that. He gave her her space. He understood who that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that guys like him is oftentimes praised for being a good man. Like, does he mess up? Yes. But ladies, you gotta recognize him as a good man. You got it in. For real talk, God knows how to make sure it's like you didn't messed up and that man is still there by your side. They didn't want you to mess up, still gave your space, but they still there. You'll wake up. God knows how to do it. Because he's a good mixer. Then we get to Denise, De Niro's sister's commentary, where she's just kind of frustrated that nobody's answering their calls. So she decided to make it to De Niro in Kyra's home. And she had to keep De Niro's her brother. And they have been through a lot of stuff where she's basically helping out and being a mother figure to their child. De Niro, she goes in there, it's all dark in the house, and she makes her way upstairs to pray that they are not having intercourse that she runs. She's at this point concerned because no one's answering the phone. She goes upstairs, she passes the office, and she hears her brother says something, De Niro says something, and she goes back to the office like, whoa, why are you sitting in the house with no lights on? And he's like, first of all, I didn't mention that Kyra punched him in the eye while he was driving. Not enough that they got an accident for that part. So he's nursing his black eye that Kyra gave him for the whole situation that he went through. He's drunk, and you know, so his sister Denise is looking at him like, yo, what happened to Kyra? Denise plays her situation well. And I love Denise because she's the real one. She told him, like, what you expect? Okay. And you got this whole pregnant. How do you know this is yours? And he's like, I don't care until I find out this baby's mine. Basically, that's what he's saying. Until that baby is born and I can do a DNA test safely, that baby's mine. Okay, and the timeline lines up to the time when I was in the club. The strip club, by the way. If you don't know what the club you know, it was a strip club. And he said, well, you can basically Denise is like, I feel what Kyra really, really, really hurt. Denise really saw from her standpoint of view and tried to get her brother to understand that this is what she's going through. I feel like even that she was her best friend, or is her best friend, she probably wants to go and see where Tyra was, but she doesn't know where she is either. Even though De Niro can find out, but he's giving her a face as much as it hurts him. Mind you, De Niro is beating himself up for getting in this situation. In chapter 18, it deals with Kyra's confrontation. And it says that sitting in the kitchen table having dinner with her mom and dad was refreshing. It felt somewhat good to be home. Danelle was sitting in her high chair, tearing, tearing up her food. So basically, the baby loved the food. Kyle, so are you going to tell me what's going on? This is the mom. This is the Irish mom. Y'all, I just wonder if, and this is what Tyra said, I just wonder if I'm ever going to get to a point of being truly happy. I mean, it's constantly stuff going on in my life. De Niro has a kid on the way with a girl that he cheated on me with. I said I said my dad started coughing and my mom gave him a side. Oh, she gonna find out that she has a sibling. Daddy, I know about YouTube. Maybe that's what I need to do about America. So can I see? I mean, so he can see I'm not playing with his ass. I said seriously as a heart attack. I'm serious as a heart attack. So FYI, back in the day, back in early parts of this book, basically mom, her Kyra's mom confessed that the limp that their father had is due to her in the leg because he cheated on her one time. They cheated. Okay. And so when she says this to the dad, I know mom has already told me about it. And maybe I need to shoot Daenerys so you know I'm not playing. And he says, well, it works. All it took was to straighten to straighten me out. Daddy said, I couldn't do anything but laugh. He said, I'm serious. What am I supposed to do? She's asking her parents. Baby, we can't give you the answers to that. Only you know what your heart wants. It's nothing wrong with demanding your respect, but don't go shooting nobody to get it. Don't let those hoes come for your spot. Okay, what's this the mama said? So mama reiterated what Diamond told her. Don't let them women come for your spot. Those women, I would love to be her. Kind of like the way Cassie wanted to be a part of this situation until she got it. Anyway, I'm serious. I'm serious. Cassie wants to be Tim Porter until she got it. And that's it. She kikied and laughed at her allegedly until she got to that position. Baby, we can't give you the answers to that. Only you know what your heart wants and nothing. And so it's like you gotta find out what you really want to know what you're fighting. But don't go shoot nobody. Get it. That's what Daddy was saying. Don't let you. Don't let those hoes come for your spot. Mama, you got all the undercover ratchet in you. See, the basics you realize your mama ain't no joke. Okay? Mama ain't no joke. Mama ain't no joke. Okay. So we're at chapter 20, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I got no more to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it at chapter. I was determined. I was determined to get this chapter done and over with, this book over with. We at chapter 20. And to be honest with you, I am freaking tipsy as hell, and I intended on going out to DoorDash. So, and it's 5 o'clock, which means I'm probably in the weekend. So that's as far as I can get. I just thought I was going to be able to do it. I just pulled out. So I'm gonna have to holler at y'all later. And plus, there's no one really watching right now. So y'all have a good one. I hope this is good for you. And we're gonna have to come back at another holiday. I guess it's gonna be later for the weekend that I'm gonna do this, or I'll have to do something recorded while I'm on vacation or something. Because God, I ain't done. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time for the remainder from 20 on. All right. Bye, YouTube. I've done almost 3 hours worth of work. I need to get paid. Bye, y'all.